Today. Good, I hope. Yeah. Well, hey, we're obviously glad to be here. It's a great opportunity for our team. I think our team has worked very hard to create this opportunity for themselves, and this is a great competitive venue here, probably the best competitive venue and the two opportunities we had to be here before that we've ever had the opportunity to participate in other than a national championship game. The SEC is a fantastic league. There's a lot of great teams, a lot of great players, and certainly there's two outstanding teams going to play in this game. You know, I think I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that our university president, Dr. Robert Witt, who has worked very hard in his tenure at the University of Alabama to make our university someplace special from an academic standpoint, and Mal Moore, who has certainly set the table for us as athletic director to be able to have an opportunity to be successful in our entire staff. You know, we have an outstanding coaching staff who's worked very hard with our players, but everybody involved in our staff, whether it's academic, player development, medical, doesn't matter. They've all done a great job of contributing to the team chemistry that has allowed this team to grow and develop and become what it's capable of becoming. So, our team has obviously had a very emotional game, a week ago, and but has bounced back this week and prepared well for this game. Our team usually kind of goes about things about the same every week in terms of how they prepare and what we do, and each day in practice and what their expectations are, and certainly an opportunity for them to sort of prove to everyone what kind of team that we have, playing against an outstanding team like the University of Florida.
Okay, we'll take your questions. If you'll raise your hand, we'll get a microphone to you. Let's start right over here. France, go ahead.
Coach, you were on the staff with Earl Bruce, as was Coach Meyer. Would you talk about what you took from him? Everybody talks about he's a great teacher, as a mentor, as a head football coach. What did you take from him?
Well, Earl was certainly an outstanding coach. Did a fantastic job from an organization standpoint, but he was very involved with the players. He coached the offense. He knew what was going on in every phase of the operation in the organization. He was a hands-on guy and very hard worker and excellent recruiter and very well organized. And I think all those things are things that we were able to learn in our experience there, and certainly has helped us in our development as a coach.
Okay, question down here. Ian, do you have one? Go ahead.
A couple things. First, do you know if Upchurch is going to play, and then are there any other injury issues?
Well, I don't think we have other injury issues. I think Earl is still questionable. Roy is still questionable in the game. He hadn't practiced a whole lot this week, although he has looked a lot better this week than even he did last week. But I think it'll be a medical decision as to whether he's capable of playing without risk.
And also, did you prepare either way, whether Percy Harvin will play or not? Like, do you have one game plan for him and one game plan if he can't play?
No, I think the multiples that they present, and really they kind of do what they do and have more than one person who can actually fill in and play those roles that Percy Harvin plays, which is an outstanding player, certainly a very productive guy for them. He has big playability, he's got running ability as a running back, and is an outstanding receiver if they play him at receiver. And in most cases, James has kind of taken his place and his roles and what he does, but I haven't seen a significant change in their offense. But they have a lot of personnel groups and a lot of multiples of things they can do. And in different games, they feature different things. So what they feature against us may be a little bit different if he doesn't play. But we can't predict that, and we try to prepare for as many scenarios as we possibly can so that we're very well prepared for whatever they might do.
Okay, question on the far side there, Ron?
Yeah, Nick, I know you look at the season as a game-to-game proposition, but did your expectations of this team change as the season progressed? Like at the start of the season, was it different than it was, say, in mid-season, or as it went along, you could see that you might be in this position right now?
Well, really what we work hard to do with our players is talk about every game being the most important game that we're playing at that time, and that never really ever changes. We try not to allow expectations to affect how they prepare or what their competitive attitude really is about playing in the game. It's a little bit like Tiger Woods said. Somebody asked him, how do you manage handling all the pressure that goes with trying to make a putt that's going to give you an opportunity to get the playoff in the U.S. Open? And he said, well, when you're in the moment, it's really nothing like being a fan, because you're focusing on the things you need to do to make the putt. You're not really thinking about the consequences of whether you make it or you don't make it. And as a competitor, that's how we try to keep our players focused on the things they need to do to play well, their identity as a team, what helps them play winning football. And regardless of the game, they're all important. I don't know how we could define which game this year was most important. We had lots of important games, and this is obviously one of those games. And I think the best opportunity we're going to have to be successful in the game is be who we are, compete the way we compete, play the way we need to play, and that'll give us the best opportunity to be successful, and that's what we want our players to focus on.
Okay, another question over there in the back, John.
Nick, going back to preseason, did you envision this defense being as good as it has been?
We were very concerned about our defense coming in because we had some serious issues relative to linebacker. Rolando McClain was really the only linebacker coming back. Dante Hightower, who's a true freshman, sort of solved one of those problems. We moved Corey Reamer to outside linebacker. We lost Zeke Knight for medical reasons in the offseason. We had Fannie playing defensive end. We moved him to outside backer. So, and the fact that Terrence Cody and Dante Hightower were newcomers in the front seven who both played significant roles allowed us to move players around so that we had a pretty competitive group. And they actually played well and improved as the season went on. But I think those were the key components in terms of helping this defense have a starting point where we had pretty good players at every position, and the chemistry and leadership that we've had on that side of the ball has been outstanding, and they've done a good job of competing and overcoming adversity throughout the year.
Video camera in the back, and we'll ask the coaches to stay just for a few more seconds. Still photographers, please clear the center. Videographers, if you can slide over, please clear the center. Okay, you guys, if y'all can clear the center aisle there for the pool camera. Thank you. Okay, coaches, thank you very much.